Hi, I am Pascal Lee. I'm a planetary scientist at the SETI Institute, and I'm very happy to welcome everybody to the Drake Awards this year. I work mostly on the story of ice and water in the solar system, but in particular on the moon and Mars. Life, of course, is really dependent on the presence and availability of water, especially liquid water. And I remember when I first got hired at the SETI Institute, Frank Drake was part of the interviewing board. And at the end of my presentation, which was about studying Mars and the history of water on Mars, he turned to his assistant and said, uh, "Let's let's sign him up under N sub E." So apparently, for a while there, scientists at the SETI Institute were hired to address different terms of the Drake equation. And the N sub E term is the one that determines a number of environments within a planetary system that are suitable for life. And so studying water on Mars fell in that category. So I guess I that's my one connection to the Drake equation. In more recent times, I've also been arguing that the number of advanced civilizations in our own galaxy might actually be lower than we would hope, but that at the same time, even with a low number per galaxy, there are hundreds of billions of galaxies out there. And so we are still in very good company in the cosmos, but should really be listening not just locally, but searching for technosignatures from other galaxies as well if we can. To me, the Drake Award is a big deal. I really want to congratulate those who are getting it this year, especially Andrew Simeon, who's getting the Drake Award, but also my colleague Franck Marchi, who's getting the Carl Sagan Center Directors Award. Uh, Big congrats to both of you, and also to the SETI Forward awardees this year. No small feat to get a Drake Award, and I'm very happy to see that you're having them. I have been excited by every planetary mission that has gone out into the solar system since we've been sending missions into space. I remember really reading very excitedly as a kid the reports from the Viking mission, the first mission that landed at the surface of Mars, returned pictures from the surface, and really turned a planet into a landscape. So that to me was remains a very vivid and memorable experience. And then since then, every landing on Mars takes us to a very different part of this incredible planet. Recently, I was lucky to be able to announce the discovery of a well, first of all, of the remains of a glacier near Mars's equator. Work that I did with my graduate student colleague Surab Shubham at the University of Maryland. But just this year, we both announced as well the discovery of a giant volcano on Mars. If you can believe that, anything that big could still be hiding in plain sight and not have been detected sooner. But sure enough, we were looking for a volcano in just the right place to explain why we were seeing some volcanic deposits associated with our glacier. And sure enough, as we zoomed out enough, we started seeing this monumental volcano, very eroded, so hard to recognize at first glance. But we started seeing the remains of this giant volcano within which our glacier was located. Mars still has many secrets, probably, that uh, are remaining to be found. And I think Carl Sagan maybe said it the best. I was lucky to once be his last TA at Cornell, but Carl said um, somewhere something incredible is waiting to be found, and so uh, I think that really holds true for Mars and many other places in our solar system and beyond.